So today I want to talk about the power of positive delusion. Now, the things with positive delusion is that as an aspiring footballer, you're going into something, you're doing something that's not very rare. Like how many professional footballers do you know? Exactly. Like you don't really come across a lot of professional footballers. It's a very hard, very competitive, field to get into. Like even if you tell someone, yo, I want to be a professional footballer, they might say, oh yeah, I hope that you make it, but in their head they're probably thinking, nah, this guy's not good. That guy's not gonna make it. Like it sounds unrealistic to them because it's very rare. They've probably never seen it before. They've never seen someone, you know, someone from their area, someone from their, from their family even. They've never really seen someone make it to that level. So obviously, when you tell them that, yo, I want to be a professional footballer, it's just one of those fields where people are gonna be like, people are gonna try to lead you down a different path. People are gonna be like, oh, you'll hear stuff like, oh, what's your backup plan? But are you really gonna make it though? Blah blah blah. You hear only 0.0002% of players make it. Like you make it pro. You hear all these things, and obviously people are gonna doubt you. People are gonna doubt you along the way, and people might see you as delusional. If you say to someone, "Yo, I'm going to make it," like, and you say it with confidence, with 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 sureness in your, with sincerity in your voice, they're gonna be like, "Yo," they're gonna be like, yeah, nah, you ain't doing it because, like I said, they've never seen it. Being a professional footballer, it's not like being, it's not an ordinary job. It's not, being a bin man or being a teacher or being this or being that. You see these, basically just the everyday jobs. It's one of them things where it's like it's hard to get into. There's so much competition. Everybody wants to do it, and ultimately, only the elite of the elite make it. But you gotta have that positive delusion, even if it sounds unrealistic to others. It might even seem unrealistic to you, but you still gotta have that mentality of like, yo, why not me? Why can't I do this? You hear so many athletes, say stuff like, people like CR7, Zlatan, they'll tell them, oh, they're so arrogant, they're arrogant this, they can't do it that. You hear all these things, but then ultimately they end up doing it. You know what I'm saying? So when Ronaldo won his first Ballon d'Or at United, he said, yo, I want 5. All the other United players were like, yo, this guy's good, yeah, but 5 Ballon d'Ors. Like at the time in 2008, I'm pretty sure the most Ballon d'Ors anyone got was 3. I can't remember the player who has 3 Ballon d'Ors, but I'm pretty sure the highest was 3. So then these guys were probably like, obviously they supported Ronaldo, they saw how good he was, but they were probably thinking, yo, 5 is crazy. Like to be the best player in the world for 5 years is crazy. But what happened? He ultimately did it. Even if it sounded unrealistic to his teammates, maybe to his manager as well, it might have seemed a bit unrealistic to himself, a bit far fetched to himself. He was probably thinking, yeah, 5 Ballon d'Ors. But at the back of his mind, sorry, he was probably thinking, damn, like 5 Ballon d'Ors is kind of crazy. But ultimately, he put in that work, and he ultimately got his goal. Because the thing is, you can't really listen to people when they say, "Oh, that's unrealistic. That will never work. That will never work." Because think of all the things in this world. Just think about, forget football for a minute. Just think about all the basic things that we have now that seem normal, but at a certain point in time, people were saying it was unrealistic. Things like cars, bro. Like these, I remember guys were riding on horses, bro. Like guys were riding on horses. A guy came in and he was like, "Yo, I'm building this car." Everyone was probably like, "Yo, this guy's crazy, blah blah blah." People were probably just telling him, "Yo, just get better horses, just get better horses." But he was like, "Nah, I'm building a car." Then ultimately he did it, and now look now, like a car is just a normal day in life, a normal part of everyday life, basically. Like think about planes as well. 2 guys were like, "Yo, we're gonna build this machine that can fly." So people can fly, go to different countries. Everyone was like, "Yo, you're crazy this, you're crazy that." What happened? We have planes now. Planes are just a normal everyday thing. People are flying to different countries every single day, every single hour, pretty much. So you know what I'm saying. So when it comes to people saying, "Yo, being a footballer is unrealistic, you can't really do it." Think about how many players have told their story about people not believing in them, people saying that they can't do it. Because, like I said, it's a rare thing. You don't really find too many pros in your area, just too many pros around you. Like it's not a normal job, so you have to have that positive delusion about yourself if you want to make it. Like even if you think about pro athletes, there'll be pro athletes who are not who will say that they're the best at something, or they'll say they're better than this player when they're clearly not. And obviously, everyone laughs at them. Everyone says, "Yo, you're not better than this guy. You're not better than this guy." But I feel like that's the sort of mentality you have to be a professional athlete. Like you have to believe that you're the best, player, even if it's like, let's take what's it called? Let's take Park Ji Sung for example, when he was going in the Champions League final against Messi. Obviously, we all know Park Ji Sung is not a better footballer than Messi, But his mentality probably going into that match when he was marking Messi was like, yo, I'm not better than Messi, but on this night, on this Champions League night, I'm gonna be better than him. I'm gonna be the best player on this pitch. Now, obviously, he did his best, and Messi and Barcelona ultimately beat them. But it's a mentality. It's a mentality thing that you have to have to compete. I mean, even if you look at basketball, bro, that there's a guy. If you don't follow basketball, there's a guy called Paul Pierce, and he was saying that yo, he's a better basketball player than Dwayne Wade. Now, people were saying that yo, you're crazy. You're not better than Dwayne Wade. People are throwing all these statistics at him.
Posting them on your own.
And since Dwayne Wade isn't here to defend his honor, I'm here.
No, props out to Dwayne Wade. Magnificent.
No, it's my turn. My turn. Don't backtrack. Don't backtrack. He's made All NBA first team twice. Paul hasn't done it. He made All NBA 8 times to your 4. Ooh. He's made All Defensive Team 3 times to your 0.
Ooh, 0. That's rough.
He's won 1 scoring title. You weren't able to win the scoring title.
That's too bad.
He has 3 rings. You have 1 ring.
Ooh, 3 is bigger than 1. What are we doing?
People were saying, yo, Dwayne Wade scored more points. He's got more rebounds. He's got more all-star appearances. He was saying all of this stuff. But Paul Pierce was like, yo, if you put the ball on the court, me and Dwayne Wade 1v1, I'm cooking him. I'm beating him. And obviously, do I think he'll beat Dwayne Wade? No, I think Dwayne Wade's still better. But that's the sort of mentality you have to have, that positive delusion about yourself that you have to have as an athlete. Even if it's like you're going up against the best in the world. You at the back of your mind, your logical mind, you might think, yo, cool, he is better than me. But on that night, on that particular day that you're playing him, you have to tell yourself, yo, I'm going to be better than him. I'm locking him up, or I'm going past him. It doesn't matter what position you are on the football pitch. You might be a winger and you might come up against a fullback who's been locking up all the best wingers in the world. And you might be a bit like, damn, like he's been locking up everyone else. But you say to yourself, yo, once I get onto that pitch today, I don't care about the other 364 days in the year. But today, I'm beating this guy. I'm actually cooking him. That's the sort of mentality you need to have. Vice versa as a fullback as well. You might come up against, a 2008 Ronaldo. You might come against Messi out on the right wing. But you have to just say to yourself, yo, they've been cooking all the fullbacks, and they can cook all the other fullbacks for 364 days of the year. But on this day, I'm locking this guy up. That's the sort of mentality you have to have. You can't there's no way you can be a pro and start and just go into things thinking, oh, these guys are so much better than me. This applies to the young guys as well. When you're in an academy, once you get to an academy, it's like, yo, you can't go into there thinking, oh, these guys are so much better than me. They've been here for a long time. Nah, you have to puff your chest out and be like, yo, there's a reason I'm here. Like, I'm better than all these guys. Even if you haven't proven you're better than them, even if you're starting on the bench, you just have to go into like, yo, I'm better than these guys, and I'm out here. I'm in training. I'm here to compete. I'm here to take someone else's place in the team. Like, that's just sort of the positive delusion you have to have if you want to make it. Now, obviously, if you say you're gonna do certain stuff, you have to back it up. You have to back it up, and you have to put in the work. Your actions have to match your ambition. So if your ambition's up here, but your actions are down here, you're not putting in the work. You're slacking off. You're being lazy. You're being weak-minded. Obviously, it's not gonna work, and people are ultimately just gonna laugh at you. They're gonna be like, "Yo, remember the time you said you were gonna do this, and then you said you were gonna do that, and eventually." If you're just saying all this, if you're just saying you're going to do all these things and you just never do any of them, ultimately you're just the guy who chats shit. You're just going to end up being the guy who just talks nonsense. You say you're going to do something, ultimately everyone just laughs at you and nobody takes you seriously. So if you're gonna have this mentality, it's like, yo, you have to put in the work that matches the ambition as well. So literally, as a footballer, literally put in the work. Like I said, watch film, do your recovery work, improve your diet as a young player. Just all aspects of your game just has to be on point. Literally, just start training do your best to train like a pro before you actually make it pro. You understand? That's basically how you just put it in a nutshell. Like, I know it's hard. You have other commitments, school, work, uni, whatever it is, but literally just try your best. Like, literally just use that. There's 24 hours in a day. Obviously, you're asleep for a part of that as well. So how many hours you have in a day? It's like, yo, just use them to your best ability. Just try sleep, even if it's if it's you doing 20 minutes of something here, half an hour of you doing something here. If you have a spare hour, don't just sit around. Use that spare hour. Try to do something. Maybe you have an hour. You're just sitting on your phone. Yo, just analyze game tape. Just watch your favorite player in a full 90 game. You can find 90-minute games on YouTube. Maybe you just watch the first half or the second half. You should just watch your favorite player and just analyze what they do. Ask yourself questions. Be like, yo, why did he do that? Yo, okay, his position is like that. Why did he make that pass? Why did he decide to play the winger offside? Why did he as the centre mid, why did he decide to play that ball first time? Just little things like that. You know, like I said, the ambition, the actions have to match the ambitions if you're gonna have that mentality, or else you're just gonna be seen as a guy who just, like I said, just chats shit and nobody takes seriously. So that's all I've got to say for this vid. I hope you enjoyed. I've been JT and I'm out.